What's up, Grace Kids? My name is Kyler, and I'm so glad that you're joining us this weekend. We're in a series called Oh No, and we're learning about the times that God says no, and what it means, and what to do when God tells us no. And so this is our last week of the series, but we're super excited to jump into this one. But before we get started, we're going to do our memory verse. And a memory verse is something that we try to memorize so that we can remember it. And this verse reminds us that even when God says no, we need to remember that we don't want our own will to be done, but we want His. And so I have a special guest, Jackson Briggs, from our North Campus, who's going to be leading us in it.
Mark 14:36. Abba, Father, he cried out, everything is possible for you. Please take this cup of suffering away from me. I want your will to be done, not mine.
Awesome job. So this week we are learning about two words, and it's kind of like no, but it's not a yes. It's not yet. And there are many times in the Bible that God told His people not yet. Not a no, not a yes, but not yet. And so oftentimes in our lives too, sometimes people tell us not a no, but not a yes, but a not yet. So there was a time where I was saving up money to try to buy this toy car, okay? I don't know if you guys have Hot Wheels, but I really liked Hot Wheels for a while. And I would save up money and go to the store and try to buy as many Hot Wheels as I can. But then I had my eye on this one, okay? It was special. It was blue, had flames on it. And now that Hot Wheel cost more than the others. And so I had to save up money, and I would always ask my mom and my dad, hey, do I have enough money to go and buy this toy? And they wouldn't say no, they wouldn't say yes, they would say not yet, because they knew I was saving it up. And so the same thing happens with God. Sometimes we pray and ask God for something to happen, and He doesn't say no, but it's not an immediate yes, it's a not yet. And oftentimes that's a lesson for us to learn about being patient. You know, sometimes if I wanted chicken fingers and I had to put them in the oven, but I was hungry right then, I could eat them cold and frozen. But that's not what they were intended to be eaten as. So oftentimes we need to learn patience, right? You put chicken nuggets or chicken fingers in the oven to let them cook, and you have to wait. But then when they're done, they're good to eat. And so there's a story that we're going to be looking at. My friend Mike Tyerman is going to be telling us a story about Lazarus and Jesus and Mary and Martha. And so let's give him our fully undivided attention, and let's check it out.
Hi, Grace Kids. I am Mike Tyerman, and this is my daughter Elise.
Hi.
And I am one of the storytellers at the Olathe campus. And I'm extremely excited to share this story of when God tells us not yet. Now, it is a great topic, and there are many stories in the Bible, many examples where God tells us not yet. Now, I have a personal story that involves my son Jacob. Now, Jacob is a very competitive person. I think a lot of us can relate to that, right? And he loves to win. He wants to win. And when he was really, really young, we let him win. We would play some games or play something, and we would let him win. Well, once he got older, we realized it's probably not the best idea. So, I think when he was 7 or 8, he said, hey, Dad, can you teach me to play chess? I said, sure, I'll teach you to play chess. Well, I taught him to play chess, and I beat him. And then we played several more games, and I beat him. Well, we played hundreds of games, and I beat him. Well, God was saying not yet. He wanted to win. God said not yet. He was getting mad. He was getting upset. Well, he finally won. And that part of the story is really cool. And I'll explain more later. Now, many of the examples in the Bible, as I was telling you a little bit ago, are pretty cool. And one of my favorite stories is in John chapter 11, the story of Lazarus. Now, we're going to share with you the story of Lazarus in a pretty cool way. Now, we're going to play with some toys. And one of my daughter's favorite toys are Beanie Boos, right, Elise?
Yeah.
She loves Beanie Boos, all right? And we're going to reenact the story of Lazarus with Beanie Boos. We'll be right back. One.
Lazarus, are you okay? Of course he's not. We already knew he was sick 3 days ago. Well, he's very, very sick, and he's very close to dying. We need someone to heal him. What about Jesus? Yeah, we should write a letter. Good idea. Take this to Jesus, please. Okay.
Hello. I have a message from Mary and Martha. Okay, what does your message say? Let me see. Ah, Lazarus, my friend. He's very sick. Oh, he is near death. Tell them that his illness will not end in death. His illness is for the glory of God. Share that with them. Okay. Here you go. Here's the message.
Thank you.
No problem.
It says Lazarus' illness will not end in death. His illness is for the glory of God. Oh, it looks like he's dead. That's very, very sad. I think we need to bury his body in a tomb. Good idea. We should also wrap his body up as well.
Okay. Let me go check on my friend Lazarus. Hey, Mary, Martha, how are you?
Not very good. Lazarus is dead.
Lazarus is dead. I said his illness will not end in death. Take me to his tomb. Is this his tomb?
Yes, yes it is.
Let us remove the tombstone. Lazarus, come out! Hello, everybody!
Say what? Is that even him?
Hey!
There's no way that's him. Are my eyes playing tricks on me?
Hi, everybody!
That's so cool. That is awesome.
Behold the
Wow.
power of God. To God be the glory.
Wow, that is awesome. So cool.
That, my friends, is an amazing story. That is an amazing story of one of God's power, his glory, right? One where we must show patience and trust in the Lord. We have to, right? Because God loves us. And having that patience is not yet. Will come in time, right? On God's time. As I was saying earlier, the story of my son Jacob. He got really good at chess. and ended up later in life playing a chess champion who thought he was going to just destroy Jacob, thought he was going to beat him in a matter of minutes, and was shocked that an hour later they were still playing the same game. And Jacob was so good that they ended up tying, and the chess champion called a truce. It was an amazing part of God saying, not yet, and Jacob having that patience and that persistence, and finally it paying off. Now guys, I'm so excited to share this story with you. We'll see you next week. Take care. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
So let's check out the story in comic form. So Lazarus is not yet. So Lazarus got sick, and Mary and Martha send a messenger to ask Jesus to heal him. And Jesus does not go to heal Lazarus and tells the messenger that it will not end in death. But 2 days later, Jesus raises Lazarus up from the dead, and many saw the miracle and believed. Now maybe for you, maybe you're praying for something that you think God told you no for, and it could be a not yet. So whenever we think about things and we're praying for things, or maybe even just in normal situations, maybe you're saving up for things, sometimes no's are not yets. And just like this story, Jesus' no was actually a not yet. So we're coming up with a new series next week called Believe. And so maybe you're on a not yet phase with knowing Jesus, but we are going to learn a bunch of different things that we can believe starting next week. So I hope you get excited. It is going to be awesome. At the end of this video, there's going to be some questions you can do with your family. And so we hope you enjoy those, and we'll see you next week.